Hi everyone, for the topic of microeconomics today, we will find out about agricultural products. How can government help farmers? Do you know that agriculture appeared very soon in our country's history, made up a large proportion in the economy? However, this proportion is becoming smaller and smaller. What are the solutions for farmers and how can government help farmers? To answer these questions, let's look at the agricultural product market. We conclude that agricultural product is perfectly competitive market. Because the first feature is many sellers and buyers in the market. They provide identical products, which means quite or exactly the same, and even do not have brand name or advertising. So that the change in price of one seller cannot affect the market price, and farmer become price taker. Then, a perfect competition has freedom to entry or exit, like low startup costs, supportive government regulations. Although agriculture still have barriers, but the level is quite low comparing with other market structures. Considered as perfect competition, some agricultural products we can name such as fruits, vegetables, meat, spices, raw material include lumber and bamboo. In this market structure, whether the demand for agricultural products is elastic or inelastic. The answer for this is inelastic, because such products are necessary goods, relatively inexpensive, and have few substitutes. For example, in 2008, prices of all kinds of rice in Ho Chi Minh City increased dramatically. Some kinds even increased more than 200%. The event has made people panicked, scurrying to buy rice to store, making this item become scarce. According to VN Express observation, the price list at the store were deleted continuously to change the continent. At shop number 58 in Chengqingqiu Market, there many people come to. The owner immediately report all the rice and withdraw the price list. 50 minutes later, the new price list appeared with an increase of 5,000 dong per kilogram. But the buyers are still crowded and fighting for rice. Moving to the next question in this agriculture topic. At this question, we will stand in the position of farmers. For farmer, whether a good crop is also a good news. Farmers always wish for a bumper harvest. However, when it comes, it brings a bad news for peasants. But
why?
A good crop increases the amount of agricultural products, which affects the supply curve and makes this curve shift to the right, while the demand curve stays unchanged. As a result, it creates a considerable impact on the market equilibrium. The quantity demanded for agricultural products increases, whereas the price goes down, so that the farmers are now willing to supply more than any given price. From that, the revenue of farmers is affected because total revenue equal to the price times Q. However, whether the revenue rises or falls depends on elasticity of demand, and the demand for agricultural products is inelastic, as stated above. For this reason, the quantity demanded increases slightly, while the price overcomes a big decline, which makes the revenue of farmers decreases. As a consequence, a good crop is a bad news for farmers. Apart from what we said before, there are also other farmers' difficulties in this market. The first one, technical equipment serving for agricultural sector is still weak and underdeveloped. The second one, farmers also suffer from natural disaster and climate changes such as flood, drought, together with the breaking out of some diseases, insects, leading to the efficiency in agricultural production. The third one, agricultural products are good, but they're only good in quantity, not quality. So the competitiveness is low. The more production grows, the lower price is because the oversupply and poor quality. This situation is tougher due to the appearance of new agricultural exporters such as Cambodia, Myanmar, and Pakistan. They are competing seriously with us in our traditional markets. According to a survey by the Institute of Policy and Strategy for Agriculture and Rural Development, the average income of a farmer household with 4 people is 600 Vietnam dong, below the poverty line. Up to 47.4% of farmers are unsatisfied with their present life. This is the motivation for them to leave their land, move to urban area, and seek for a job, which leads to the decrease in the workforce of agricultural area. The difficulties in agricultural market, governments usually intervene directly by setting the price floor on some of the agricultural products when they believe that the market price of a good or service is unfair for a producer. But implementing this way can be always effective. Suppose that the price floor set in agricultural products is a binding floor because a non-binding one will have no effect. At first, the immediate impact of price floor is to stimulate production and increase the price, which is helpful to sellers as the revenue increases based on the increase in price. However, a problem appears, a surplus. Why it happens? Because the price floor now is equal to the market price. At this floor, the quantity of rice, for example, exceeds the demand for it, which causes a surplus persisting as the governments do not allow the price to fall. And it is likely that farmers have an amount of rice unsold to the market. Take the Vietnam government's price floor of rice in 2014. The government set a price floor of 3,742 to 4,908 Vietnam dong per kilogram with a guarantee of 30% profit for the farmer. However, this policy invisibly created a model for rice purchase, making farmers less interested in producing high-quality produce as the input cost is higher than normal while the output price is less than expected. Moreover, farmers sell produce to middlemen rather than directly to companies. Therefore, they receive lower profit than expected from the price floor policy. Secondly, it causes a surplus that needs government's intervention to purchase it back and store. Worst thing comes from this solution is that it leads to the debt loss for the society. In conclusion, government shouldn't impose the price floor on agricultural products as it goes through a full circle. Price floor meant to help poor farmers, cause surplus, distort agricultural market, waste taxpayer money to help poor people, and finally create debt loss for the society. So the price floor seems not work. There must be other ways to help farmers. But how? Well, firstly, we can cut down the export taxes as a duty of being a member of WTO. Since Vietnam took part in WTO, there will be many huge opportunities to launch our agricultural products to the international market and approach to many other countries. Secondly, propose long-term policies to improve the quality and productivity of agricultural products by applying high biotechnology into plant hybridization to diversify agri-products. Applying measures of intensive farming, increasing crops, changing crop structure. Investing more budget into develop high infrastructure and high-tech in production or in the fertilizers, non-toxic pesticides. For the governments, they should construct more dams, hydropower reservoirs to assist farmers to cope with natural disaster. Last but not least, developing some means of communication to provide national and international markets information to farmers to prepare for their market is also a good way to help farmers.